Good morning and welcome to MasterTrader, where you can learn to use simple market and stock analysis to make money investing and trading. I'm Greg Capron. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin crazy day traders. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the broader markets. The NASDAQ part of the market, where the tech stocks are and the internet stocks are, they had a rough go of it this week. They have been leading all year. And you can see these are the NASDAQ futures and where they're trading right now. And you can see this was the big down day a couple of days ago. This is the current day right now that's trading in the moment. You can see the bar is moving. Now, as prices are consolidating down here, historically, this type of a pattern would lead to a move down toward this bottoming tail, this BT, this area of major support. And that may be in the cards. However, over this year, almost every one of these bearish wide range bars that I'm pointing to that do suggest further downside have failed to follow through within this bull market. So we'll have to see if this one does, or whether this little consolidation here, which you can see is going on here on this intraday 15-minute chart, can regroup and start to move higher. Now, we'll keep an eye on that to see what it does. These are the S&P futures, which have been holding up much better than the NASDAQ since those internet stocks are not part of it. And you can see this move to the downside that happened, and now this 100% reversal back up to resistance showing strength. And if it can get through here, we'll see the markets attempt to move higher this morning at the open. Now, the stocks that have been getting beat up, as I said, have been the leaders. Amazon, you can see the same type of bar here, pullback, but it hasn't violated the trend, so it still looks good. Apple came down pretty hard and it's consolidating, so these stocks aren't to be written off just yet, and many times the institutions come roaring right back into the end of the year to show that they own the winners. Now, as far as the Bitcoin goes, I have nothing against day traders. I happen to do day trading myself, and anything that has liquidity and moves is worth taking a look at and trading. Now, this stock here, blockchain, is pretty tied to, the movement in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin recently has retraced quite a bit. It's very volatile, and it's had a heck of a run, as everybody knows. Now, this is one way of participating in the movement of Bitcoin without actually buying Bitcoins, especially at the level of price that they're at right now. And here's the liquidity to get in and out at the flip of a mouse key to get in and out. Of course, you have to know what you're doing. Now, the pullback over the last few days have come in quite a bit, down from $24 all the way down to close to $12. That's a heck of a haircut in a few days. And now it's beginning to stabilize, and we'll see if it tries to bounce up. Now, I can tell you that this type of a pattern, the angle of retracement here, rarely follows through to get back up to the old highs without some consolidation down here. So what I'm pointing out here is the opportunity or the potential to day trade. And I want to show you a pattern that acts very well for day traders. And what we do here at MasterTrader is combine multiple time frames. So here is a stock that had a big run up. There's a lot of attention, obviously, to Bitcoin. And this type of a pattern, regardless of what it is, that comes out of a consolidation and has a big move and a retracement, traders haven't forgotten about it, and they do come back home to try and participate in the next move. Many often assume that it's going to be like this. Retracements like this typically don't result in that without a retest type of a pattern, but that's another pattern to talk about. Anyway, what we have here on the 15-minute chart, here's the drop that occurred, and we're looking at a 24-hour time frame here to see what's happening. So disregard these little dots here. I just want you to take a look at the pattern. But we've got a rounding type of a bottom here, or sometimes referred to as a head and shoulders type of a bottom. And it's a bullish pattern that displays distribution, and here's what's called a neckline right here, and prices are pushed above it. And this is my void concept. And the concept of a void is the fact that this type of a momentum move and consolidation over time has left a void of price resistance and opens up the potential for prices to retrace back into that void with relative ease. So once you have this pattern and combination of multiple time frames, you then look for a pattern within the moment to participate with your bias of prices moving up into that void. And this is what we teach day traders and investors, how to participate and make money in the markets regardless of the time frame that they want to trade in. The patterns are the same, and this is what we teach. Visit MasterTrader, get to know us, start making money in the markets.